orange juice? Does it have pulp or no pulp? What?
That's the bit we're opening on. We're having our own fucking Splash Fest or whatever.
Wait, was this
Splash Fest?
Is this recording?
I forget what it's called.
Splatfest.
Close enough.
I think it's no pulp.
There's your winner.
You take my bug, you splat it. You take my bug, you splat it. Splat, splat, splat.
Why does it say sell? I don't have to do this.
Yeah, I always wonder why
You're spoiling a bit we haven't done yet. That's what.
I always wonder why it says that on the...
If Cell ever rejoins us on the fucking show, you'll find out.
But he's been on the show like twice since you put that there.
And he forgot to do the bit both times.
Cue the roll call.
We are live! Connect. Loading. Broadcast. Equipment wielder. Bluecaster. Cheetah Zazil. Loyal and loud. Pinkcaster Lane. Explorer from the unknown. Yellowcaster. Autocar.
One little spark of courage! Dreamcaster! Global Purpose!
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world! Radio Sentai Castranger. On air!
Well, last time he was shirtless. That was weird.
Welcome to episode 202 of Radio...
Please don't tell me the cut to the roll call and me saying something stupid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
As is tradition.
I'm so sorry.
As we do.
Ichi's back!
I'm back from
Hi.
Blue Mountain.
Hi.
I just realized how appropriate is it that I went to Blue Mountain Resort.
Yeah.
That's where Bluecaster takes his vacations. It's pretty good. It's like a mini Wonderland.
Scar's here.
He's got juice.
Yeah,
Scar, what'd you think of the Ryuki belt announcement?
I want it.
No. Are you excited it comes with all 13 decks?
It
Yeah.
comes with all 13.
Comes with all 13 decks
The
with their,
Dragon
with their
Visor does.
respective cards.
Yeah.
What about Odin? Odin had his own belt. It was gold.
Maybe they'll release the old belt.
It says it comes with all 13.
I'm just jealous. I'll be jealous if you have a Ryuga deck.
All 13!
I know.
Also, I'm excited for the Dark Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm sad it's not Kyoryu Navy.
Emily's back as well.
Yay!
Yay, we got the Core 4.
We're back for more!
I could have sworn Raven was going to be here.
He said he might, but he is clearly not here.
Hey guys.
Just door opens.
Wait, I thought that's your Bruno voice.
Oh yeah, that's my Raven voice too.
Eh.
Anyone who sounds nasally is
I
a
don't know
Raven
why,
Bruno.
but suddenly I'm just super psyched for this.
Right?
Aww.
Yeah, we all miss being here.
Yeah. So this also recording this on Ichi's birthday.
Yay!
So it's his birthday, 30 years old.
Happy birthday, Ichi.
I made the joke in extra that he's Kamen Rider Ichi birthday gamer level 30.
Yeah. Someone do fan art.
Yeah, fan art. Maybe get Mean to do that. That's like a birthday present.
Why did I do that?
I like that. Emily just finger gun snapped at
Why
me.
did I
Whoa, I missed it. Damn.
Why did I do that? That doesn't suit me at all.
I got you.
I got you. I'll make you a picture.
That doesn't suit me at all. I'm sorry.
I like it though.
No, it was weird.
Emily, you're the best.
It was
Ichi,
super weird. Why did I do that?
here's a script to the 5th year anniversary of Castranger. I want you to read it.
Okay.
That
What?
looks like your hand.
Is that a joke I'm not getting?
No, that's with me announcing that I'm going to start working on the 5th year anniversary.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
It's an amazing idea.
You have till March.
Is
Do
us
we
exploring the unknown?
finally get to
No.
run into a
Damn
field?
it.
Do
What
we
was it?
finally get to do the
Yes.
running in a field thing?
Yes.
Yes.
That's how the movie
I have
was.
no
that's how
idea
the
why
special
you're so
will start.
excited for that.
Because
I've always...
Who's not excited for running in a
This
field?
is gonna,
Me!
This is gonna sound super dumb, but I've always seen like groups of friends running in fields.
Oh, like, yeah!
In,
Freeze
like,
frame!
in like everything, and I've never thought I'd ever get the opportunity to run in a field with a group of people.
My
I
freeze
care
frame
about.
will be me falling to the ground.
now I'm just picturing the scene from Kick-Assia where they're all just charging.
Yeah, so I never thought I'd be able to do that with people I cared about, and I kind of like the idea of finally being able to do that, but that's sort of weird, isn't it?
That's
No.
fine. Welcome to the weird house.
Wait, I thought this was the big comfy house.
No, it's the big comfy couch in the weird house.
Wait, I thought it was the big comfy couch in the big blue house.
I mean, I'm here.
This is too many.
And by the way, because I'm here, birthday pop!
Hey, who bought all these toys? Me? I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Well, time to sell them all.
It's
It's the 10-second Nomi no Ichi!
It's just me and Nomi no Ichi with all the footage sped up of just the entire night.
That would actually be
The
hilarious.
10-second Nomi Ichi! Now I wish we recorded it!
I sold everything.
You know what you need to do?
Now I wish we recorded it!
No, you know what you need to do? You get one table on one side, and then Ichi gets a table right on the other side, and Ichi records.
Who's you, Ichi? I'll sell more than you! I should get my own table.
Yeah, just
With blackjack and hookers!
Yeah.
Right?
so we're talking about Kamen Rider Build episode 40,
40.
not 39.
Oh yeah, the notes from last week are there. I meant to run through them to see if there was anything I wanted to talk about from previous episodes.
Which you probably can.
Yeah.
Lupin,
And Lupin...
Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger versus Keisatsu Sentai Patranger episode 19. And for our feature topic,
We're
it is
finally tackling...
Kamen Rider Heisei Generations Final
Finale that.
Build X8 with Legend Riders.
More like Heisei Generations finally.
Right?
Sorry, that wasn't even funny.
I'm laughing at how bad you are.
No, that wasn't what I meant either.
We're not.
Seriously, I'm losing to a rug.
I saw a weird
As
theory
snug
on
as a bug in a carpet.
About what?
about carpet.
About carpet?
Yeah, but, yeah, like a theory that like carpet was the previous owner of the genie.
He just wished himself to be a carpet?
No, he wished himself to be immortal.
Oh, and then Genie turned him into a carpet?
That's
Yeah.
a morbid theory, but
That's
alright.
actually pretty. I mean, there's also the theory that Aladdin.
Hey,
was-
carpet, my man, give me some tassel, yeah!
Maybe-
Yo, yo!
Maybe he was just really kinky and he wished that people would step on him.
Okay, but no, you know what? That theory is debunked because, like, the scene I just quoted.
Wait, so
It's
you're-
him, like, saying, yeah, carpet, long time no see, and they, like, they give each other high fives. Why would the previous owner do that if Genie turned him into a
Why
carpet?
does
That does
carpet?
just because he did that doesn't mean they weren't friends.
How does that debunk?
How dare you not make me immortal and turn me into a magic carpet?
How does that debunk the him being kinky theory? Because that's what I thought you were going for. I was waiting.
And
for
Orb is pointing out that it's episode Wobbuffet.
Yeah.
Dave,
Wait.
throw in Wobbuffets.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Oh god, what have we done?
Uh-oh.
Gar's on a tear.
Gar's getting this thingy.
He has a Wobbuffet?
He has a Wobbuffet.
Oh wow.
There it
Oh
is.
my god.
Where is he? Oh my god.
Yeah, Gar likes Wobbuffet.
He's a Wobbuffet plush, complete with salute.
I love him.
Salute.
Ichi
I love
hates the
Wobbuffet.
female one.
It's creepy as fuck. It is lipstick.
It is
Why
kinda creepy.
not? Wobbuffet.
Yep. I'm gonna need a buffet tomorrow.
Ichi, would you make a boy, please?
Gross, but okay.
Be the one, we'll make a boy.
I hope that worked.
What did they do to you? You were awesome! You were such a great fucking character!
You
And
were
then
the chosen one!
fucked it all up!
Let us emphasize that Lane is talking to his SH Figuarts Night Road figure.
Let's get the pink elephant out of the room.
What the fuck was that?
They are trying to replicate Dan Kuroto and they're doing a fucking terrible job of it.
He comes out of nowhere wearing this weird outfit and like, hey everyone, where's me? And this is like,
Where's me?
Sorry, Gar distracted me with a cookie.
He just hit you with a cookie.
No, he distracted me with a cookie.
Oh no, thank you.
No one wants your cookies, Gar.
No, that's not why.
Maybe it'll work if I offer them 2 cookies.
No, he just comes in just like, so, what do you guys think of my fucking new outfit?
He
And they're
comes
all-
in dressed like he's trying to cosplay a hiker the first time, complete with this weird-ass hat and a shirt that you can actually buy on their on Premium Bandai's website, mind you.
Yeah.
And I like in Overtime sub, it was like so bold, but then in TV Nihon sub, it was pomp and circumstance. I don't know what the actual text is, but the stupid fucker comes in with this gear, and I'm like, oh my god, we've never seen him either out of uniform or not being an emo, sad, depressive fuck, and
Is
now
this really how he is?
what the fuck happened to make him think that they were comfortable enough around him for him to just shred all his inhibitions and just start dressing in what apparently is his casual attire?
Well, in all seriousness, it's probably because he was trying to fit in, because they're all like, he realizes, oh, they're all a wacky bunch of fucking kooks. So
I can be wacky too.
Yeah. Like,
Not like this!
I genuinely think there might actually be something wrong with him, but
After what he's gone through?
yeah,
Absolutely.
I don't mean that in saying that it's bad for him to dress this way, but it's like, I'm not saying, oh, only crazy people dress like that. Only crazy people dress like that out of nowhere with
Right?
no previous, like,
There's
and
been
act totally
this.
differently.
This was completely out of nowhere. There was no build up to it.
Yeah.
I don't think you're loony enough.
Loony enough.
no, I love Pink a lot, and I still didn't like that outfit.
Misora even calls him Pink Man as she's running the fuck away.
You know, she's like, disgusting!
Dasai!
But, like, just seeing him like that just made me realize that I'm kind of pulling a Gar with this, like he did with X8. Just, I miss Gentoku when he was just, like, a villain. The leader of Faust, Night Rogue, and he wanted to take over the country. Yeah! That was, like, perfect for him. And just, like, that's why I've been, like, loving the Rogue specials, because, like, I got that, and it's just amazing, but just, like, I don't like him now.
I just like how all of the characters in Riders of recent years have had 3 forms, basically. Michi had his 3 forms. Alan had his 3 forms. Soichi has had 3 forms, and now Gentoku is reaching his final evolution.
So, like, now I'm actually wish that Gentoku just would have stayed himself, like how he was since the beginning of the show, as Kamen Rider Rogue, because seeing him actually be, like, evil with that much power.
And here's the thing. We know that he has yet another outfit coming, at least one other, because it was the outfit we saw him wearing in the picture where they were celebrating their Twitter followers. So now I am genuinely afraid that we are going to have outfit of the week going forward.
But
I am afraid.
At least his movie outfit looks good. He has like this cool leather jacket.
I am genuinely afraid of Night Rogue. They took them this long to do it.
Yes, all of that stuff where he was actually, like, threatening and
Right?
scary and no, it doesn't work. Him wearing, like, go-go boots.
Pink raincoat.
Yeah.
And 1 white glove.
Like,
what are you, fucking Michael Jackson?
Like, after watching this episode, like, seeing that,
No!
Toto's next top model.
He looks like someone threw water on him and he's trying to... like, or like...
I almost spit my drink.
Why?
So, someone even, like...
Why did you almost spit your drink?
Because that was funny.
Like, it looks like someone threw water on him and he's like, good thing I have my transparent skin that I'm gonna peel off now.
He weighs 30 pounds soaking wet under that little pink dress.
And days after, someone already made a cosplay for him, and, like, I even made a joke saying, like, Zaren Zephyr would pull off this look perfectly.
I'm Gentoku, I'm a radar technician.
I knew who you were when you said, hey, I'm Gentoku.
Yeah. Honestly, this is super bad, but I don't think that undercover boss Starkiller base jokes are ever gonna stop being funny.
Right?
Undercover boss, Toto Science Research Division.
I also like how the people behind the current Star Wars sequels and stuff have suggested heavily that it's actually canon.
Hiromu Gentoku, as the leader of Faust, also known as Night Rogue, will be infiltrating Faust disguised as
undercover boss
as Gary, a Faust scientist.
Wouldn't he have a Japanese name?
No, but like after I watched, like, I saw this episode, I immediately just like looked up fucking Night Rogue clips of just, and I was like, this was a happier time.
I miss
No, I do. I like. Honestly, Night Rogue Gentoku is my favorite character.
Oh god,
Build.
I think I'm right about him.
No!
Oh no!
What's happened to you?
Hold on, I gotta make sure this gets included in the episode.
No.
Hold on, I'm trying to get it in there. There we go. He's dressed like some sort of foreigner that I don't want to say the nation of.
Why have we switched roles this year?
I feel like that's a thing with us.
Last year,
No. Think of it. Ghost, you screamed into a pillow. X-Aid, I scream into a pillow. This year, you're sad about a character changing 180. I have a feeling with the next Kamen Rider series, I'm gonna scream into something. Wasn't that right, Wobble Fett?
This show's so good! Ah!
Boba Fett's like, please don't scream it to me.
Wobble Fett, what do you think of the episode?
Eh.
Zach?
So did you guys have any, like, opinions on last week's episode? Quickly?
So
like, what did you think of, like, crazy-ass Utsumi?
I love him. This is exactly where I knew he was headed.
Is he, like, your favorite character now?
I don't know about favorite, but he's definitely up there.
He's probably, like, below evil.
Probably.
Sort of came out of nowhere too, though. Not quite as much, but
I fucking love Katsuragi as Build.
Yes, and because, like, Gar will probably agree with all, like, we all agree, his henshin into Rabbit was one of the best in the show, because he didn't do that stupid jump!
I wanted so bad for him to go
Yep.
tank, because it would have been awesome to have, like, the little tanks, like, drive up him and attach to
No,
him.
he had, like, a cooler line, he had a cooler, like, henshin pose when he did it,
Right.
and everything, it just, like,
I feel kind of bad saying this, but Katsuragi Takumi actually seems to be a cooler main character than Sento.
I don't think he's an overall cooler character, because I do
He
enjoy
is an asshole.
Sento being sassy.
Which,
But Katsuragi's one kick at the can was
But-
very impressive.
Again, I did like that Katsuragi accepted that Sento was the superior of the two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, but
He's
the
like-
thing is, Sento also has all of Takumi's abilities, but he also has compassion, which is the most important.
Yeah, he's like, you're as intelligent as I am, maybe even more, but you also have the heart.
Oh, by the way, according to official...
So yeah, I redact what I just said. I'm sorry.
So according to official materials, Mad Rogue is actually one word, by the way.
Madrug.
Madrogue.
Madrug.
Like Madrid.
It's Marugui.
isn't that right, Jesus? It's pronounced Jesus, but okay.
It's Madji.
I'm sorry, I found my
It's
new...
bad G.
Yeah.
I love Jesus. Jesus! Yeah, so episode 40, so
Proper debut of
Genius. So, yes, I called it. What he lacks in appearance, he made up for in fucking ability, because god damn.
So,
Yeah, but
so he has
He, like,
super
go at
speed,
Super speed, yeah.
and
he pulled a Deca break.
his one side has the ability of reprogramming from Exade, which we're using again.
that was
Yeah,
fucking lazy.
that
Fucking...
And then his
rehashing that.
his Gyaku side has the ability of Rider Kick, so when they combine them, they do the genius finish, and I can't fucking believe they're reusing reprogramming.
I have to say that, if I may,
Yep.
that I also agree that it was kind of lazy to do that, but I also have to say it was kind of weird because they didn't explain what was going on at first. So when he first punched Madrobe, it was like, is he punching his cells to death? Like,
That's what I was like.
What is that supposed to signify?
I don't even know what he did to him.
Yeah, like-
what's that gonna do?
I think you weren't supposed to know until he did it the second time.
Yeah, but like that's
And which I think of it this way, that
like I thought he was gonna make him explode into like LCL. Like that's what I.
I will say this: genius form may be strong, but still not strong enough. Think of it: when he fought Mad Rogue didn't demorph,
No, he didn't. He
Which
took
means-
that like a champ.
which means he is still. Which means genius form is just on par.
It's because it's brand new.
Yeah, but you expect it to like
Usually
have
they
broken
inform-
disease, or like
Yeah.
Debut
illness?
Yeah, debut illness.
You know, that's true. Although I would technically not, but I think they saved his debut illness overpower and saved it for his fight against Lost Fukuro.
I did like though with Evil, like he comes in, he's just like, whoa, I'm not fighting you yet, but just here to get my boy.
There's
All
no
right,
fighting in the war room.
See you later.
Yeah, he steals the Sanma Garasu's lost bottles, and it's nice that we spend this episode confirming that what we were previously referring to as the Faust full bottles are actually the lost bottles,
And they
Wow.
are man-made bottles.
and that's why they're more dangerous.
Why would they be called lost though? That would
Because they no longer have a match.
Oh.
That's why when you put
oh.
Cobra in the Nebula steam gun, it says lost match.
I'm an
Hello,
idiot, I'm
darkness,
so sorry.
my old friend.
No worries. I enjoy explaining things.
No, but that's so obvious.
Not everyone picks up on that, but that's why we're here.
Oh, what'd you think of the new updated opening?
Thank you, finally, for adding Evolve to the opening.
But why do you still have cross charge? Why
Right.
is that still in there?
Because we know it's endgame. Do you really want us to spend money on
Why?
Unlike
Still included.
Every week
It is
I get more and more tempted to make my own opening.
Kazumi smelling a potato as his character establishment moment.
Still love that Sento just going like, just like waving, shaking
They
his head.
also immediately added this angelic looking shot of genius form flying around.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
the quickest the show has
Yeah.
updated its opening since it started. And that's the form we got the update for?
Yeah. It's the final form. We gotta
God
show that.
Damn it.
But at least we got Soichi turning into evil.
That
was cool.
shot of him like holing into black hole form, and then the shot of Mars in the background.
Oh
So
yeah,
good.
so my buddy Getcha, like this fucking killed all of us. He made a clip of just showing like evil doing black hole, and just like when he goes into the black hole, just that's it.
He's gone.
He's
Doesn't
gone.
come back.
And just like it just so
I
much-
laughed so fucking hard at
so
that.
funny. So like Getcha, if you're listening to this, man, like good fucking work. That was great. That was
As soon
so
as I
funny.
saw that, I knew someone was gonna do it.
Yeah. Oh my god. Just nothing.
Now we need the opposite, where like you see the other people in that scene doing stuff, and then just cut, and then he just like comes out.
You
Just a few
can,
years later. Yeah! Wait, what?
Oh, we did realize that Sento has all of his memories of Katsuragi up to high school, but still doesn't remember anything past that.
So this is interesting. So we're kind of playing fast and loose with the rules of amnesia, even more so, where he does have his old memories as Takumi back, but not the plot relevant ones. But then somehow Takumi, who still exists as a soul and a separate existence
he's
within
like inside his head now.
within Sento, is talking to him. And I know this is kind of what I mentioned that I wanted to see, where they were like going back and forth.
I like that.
They're kind of pulling a Michi and Takatora thing,
Yeah, but that was just the sign of Michi going fucking insane.
right?
But
Although who's to argue that Sento isn't going insane?
I like
Martian amnesia.
I like the joke where he's like, I only have my memories up to high school, in which my mind immediately went straight to Dinkles from Game Grumps. You guys are a bunch of fucking nerds. You're dweebs.
We just had nerd class together.
Where's your pocket protector, nerd?
It's in your belt. It's your full bottle, nerd.
It's just like Takumi was just he was a giant nerd, but he was
Right?
also the biggest asshole.
I just imagine that, like, Takumi erased his memories from that point on purpose because his prom went so fucking terrible that he immediately wanted to forget it.
I know prom wasn't that good, but I can't lose my first memory of getting booed.
Oh my
Dang
god.
it.
Orb is putting up a good point in our chat. Sento is Yugi.
Oh my god, you're
Oh,
right.
Whoa.
Takumi!
Oh
It's time to Henshin! And oh my god, Bonjo's Joey. The reckless second banana.
No, he absolutely is. They're the exact same character archetype.
Oh my god. Kazumi's Tristan.
Kazumi's Tristan. My friend-
Sawa's Mai.
My friends give me super strength!
Oh wait!
Toku is Kaiba.
No. If anything, Gentoku is Pegasus.
No, Evolve is
Pegasus.
Pegasus.
Evolve is Santa Boy.
Santa Boy.
Santa Boy.
This is
Oh,
almost
This is
scary. How did we not realize it?
I summoned my space bottles.
Itsumi's just
Genius form? No one's ever been able to summon that before!
Itsumi's just fucking Mokuba.
Did you summon a bunch of Smash in one turn?
Wait. Who would be Weevil then?
Utsumi.
No, he's Mokuba.
Weevil.
Big brother, is it time for my henshin?
No, those two Faust scientists, whatever they introduced themselves to Gentoku, that's Weevil,
Weevil and Rex.
Raptor.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, do you think you can beat him? Come on, Taya. It's Weevil. How
We
hard
gotta,
can it be?
just evolve his darts. We gotta take back Pandora!
Soichi's grandpa.
Panda? No, Pandora, you dumb shits!
So, let's talk about the other piece of bullshit that happened in this episode. As Kazumi is launching this mission to go back to Hokuto, Banjo shows up with a new copy of the Dragon Splash Jelly.
How the fuck did you get that,
Yeah,
sir?
where did
How, why, when, where, for what reason? Questions!
He probably asked Takumi to make a new one for him.
Why? He doesn't have a Splash Driver. They don't need it anymore. He has better forms. He immediately handed it over to Kazumi.
Well, what would you rather have? something that can help you later on, or nothing.
He already has Great and Magma. What the fuck is...
Yeah, but what if something happens to those two things? Then you're fucked.
He doesn't have a Splash Driver!
Yeah, but Gentoku does. Gentoku still has a Splash Driver. Grease still... I'm so sorry that I keep forgetting his name.
Kazumi.
Yeah, Kazumi still has a Splash Driver. It's easy. It's better to have more in your weaponry than to have nothing at all.
But if we're going to spend the time to recreate Dragon Jelly, why don't we focus on making better forms?
Because they already had the blueprints for it. It was just, hey, can you quickly make this for me? Yeah, give me 5 minutes.
Yeah. So, meanwhile, Utsumi and Evolt are doing some new experiments. Using Tajimi, Miss Hokuto Lady, as you call her, as the experiment. They have created Lost Smash by combining the Lost bottles and the Clone Smash.
Now, that threw me off by surprise. I thought it was going to be...
the reporter lady.
I thought it was going to be Takumi's mother.
That's kind of where I thought they were leading, because Sento was like, yeah, I'm going to go visit my mom. Oh, yeah, she's at the shelter.
It could have definitely been that as well.
You know what the thing is? I feel like this is going to be our new Monster of the Week formula going forward, where there's going to be a Lost bottle, they fight a Lost Smash, Sento purifies it, Evolt steals the bottle back. Oh, yeah. And there's going to be more and more victims, and I think Takumi's mom will probably be one of them.
Well, we only got, what,
like
8 episodes left?
The concept of us going back to Monster of the Week for a while.
Especially since we're going into Endgame.
That's the thing, like, the show has sort of been looking for a direction to go in, because we've gone all the way through the whole creating Pandora's Tower thing, and now, like, it's been long enough that...
after Endgame.
I'm like, wasn't Pandora's Tower in the middle of the fucking city and no one's doing anything about it?
Where's the government?
Yeah,
oh, right.
They, like, they're ignoring the tower again now, so... I don't know
like, the war is over, kind of. Like, Sato just declared themselves the winner and everyone decided to fucking deal with it.
So, of course, when Sento goes to visit his old house, whatever like that, he looks over at Kazumi and just goes, now, don't you go do anything reckless, you hear me? Yeah, sure. And what does Kazumi go do?
He does
something
the thing!
Immediately does something reckless.
Kazumi, don't do the thing. I'm gonna do the thing!
Kazumi, no!
Kazumi, yes!
Kazumi, don't get into trouble. And don't get into trouble.
You got in trouble, aren't you?
Yeah.
You just hear him on the phone. Yeah, I already got captured.
Yes, I know I'm in trouble.
It's only been 5 minutes.
I'm in trouble. You're only in trouble if you get
just
caught. No, because we were talking about King of Thieves earlier. You're only in trouble if you get caught. Oh, I'm in trouble. So they capture Kazumi and they turn him. They're like,
did you not expect? Like,
did you not expect us to see the naked man?
You're a very terrible sniffet.
Also, it doesn't help either that you're the only broad-shouldered guy here.
Right? We don't hire people with muscles.
Yeah, my question is, how did he even manage to sneak in and grab a suit without anyone noticing?
I think he beat the shit out of one of them who was walking around outside.
Yeah, he did. You see an unconscious guy wearing only boxers.
Why does Faust uniforms look like snippets?
Zangiefed him.
Right?
Now I'm just thinking the scene from Family Guy. Just Peter knocks out like a bellhop, and then he's like, wait, why do you need a disguise? Nobody recognizes you. Oh, you're right. Knocks out another guy just to put on his clothes.
So then...
I love Orb in our chat. Mr. Kiryu, we have your older, balder, fatter son.
I don't know. I keep thinking about the scene in Wreck-It Ralph where he knocks the soldier out and steals his arm.
Paging Mr. Sento. Mr. Sento, you ever called the front desk? 50 points for that reference. So then, Sento goes to Katsuragi's house and he finds, like, a bunch of his dad's old stuff. And...
Or as I like to refer it, the non-box.
just wow, it's all my dad's information.
And
Why is it just a bunch of porn mags?
And then Takumi starts talking. I'm like, don't look at my porn. And my immediate response is, shut up, Cal's voice in my head. Okay, guy.
Well, it more so just says, like, you're not gonna find anything useful in there. And then he finds a picture of...
I'll show you!
And he finds a picture of that boat lady that they helped.
Yeah.
Who ferried them over to
I'm glad that they
Hokuto one
reminded
time.
us who that was.
Kine Reika from episode 3, I think?
I'm glad that they reminded us who that was, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At first I'm like, her name sounds very familiar.
Reika?
So, of course, Sento figures out, oh, this picture was taken after my dad, like, died, and like the whole time I'm just like, his dad's not actually dead, and lo and behold, his dad's not actually dead.
Yeah, he was on my boat a couple days ago. What?
Evolt's been using him the whole time.
Yeah.
Maybe that's probably where he got the second evil driver.
Maybe he faked his own death to hide from Evolt.
Yes, but that's probably where he got the second evil driver made. He got
maybe
because Katsuragi's dad fixed
Still
it.
alive. Yeah, they said that at the
fixed
end.
it. Yeah.
But if he was being used by Evolt, why would he be hiding out with Kine Reika's help?
I don't know.
Because
We'll find out
whatever
next week.
fair money's to get boat rides money, so whatever.
I don't know.
But anyways, so that was shocking, but yes, I fucking called it.
So Kazumi gets captured and force leveled up by Utsumi. I'm kind of sad that they're not like trying to use the evolve trigger like they did the hazard trigger before, but even though they're not using that, the same rules still apply where if you lose in battle you can die.
Yeah, and
so that's the thing
but
now.
I gotta give fucking credit to Kazumi. He held out like a fucking champ.
And here's the thing, like the whole plan for them going forward, for Utsumi at least, or Evolt mentioned part of this too, was that their plan was to capture the Kamen Riders and turn them into Lost Smash to make them their slave. Why wasn't that the case with Kazumi? Because they capture him, put him in the capsule, and he comes out stronger, but not enslaved and not a Lost Smash.
Maybe he's like stronger willed, so he didn't.
Maybe he was just a failure.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, maybe just not everyone's capable of being a Lost Smash.
Maybe it was just a Showa era disease where everything went right except for the mind control.
Maybe.
There
I
you
have
go.
kind of a weird question.
Mm-hmm.
Answer.
They say that when you're defeated in battle, you'll lose your body and die if you're turned into a Lost Smash or the Hard Smash as well.
Yeah, the Hazard Smash.
The question I have, if you don't mind, is how exactly is losing in battle determined?
Dead.
I think
because I think what makes sense is that they should have said if you're beaten to the point where you de-henshin, you'll die.
I think that's implied.
Yeah.
But it's also the case where one of the Sanba Garasu died still in monster form.
Oh, that's true.
So it's kind of hard to say. It's just like the way the gamer driver's HP meters work. There's not really any clear rules on that.
It makes it sound like if you beat someone at rock, paper, scissors and they're going to start dissolving, like...
They're not going to feel so good.
So then...
Come on.
I stands for I don't feel so good.
So then Hokuto Lady turns into the lost Fukuro Lost Smash and like starts fighting Grease, and then Grease just goes, "No, fuck you, I'm not gonna die like this," and like uses
I still
the
got
Dragon
these,
Jelly,
damn it.
and he summons the Twin Breakers, and as disappointing as that is for a power up for him, he uses it pretty goddamn well.
I like call it a power up form.
I didn't say form. I said power up.
It's not a form. It's a weapon power up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how this episode effectively boiled down to Kazumi's search for a new form. He failed.
He's getting a V cinema, so whatever.
There and back
Think
again.
he'll get
A
a new form in
Kazumi
the
story.
cinema?
Yes.
Oh, I hope so.
If he's the main character of his own movie, he will get a new form.
And that movie will come with that form.
Unless they do like Road versus Mad Road, Grease versus Cross.
No, that's just for X-Aid.
But
X-Aid loves to milk its
so of
shit.
course Sento shows back up and he starts out in Rabbit and then switches to Tank and he still fucking jumps around. I'm not glad that's back.
Because Sento's a showy motherfucker, as we've now realized, because Katsuragi's just like, no, I'm here to get the job done, I don't give a shit.
Or brings up, it looks like when Grease is wielding the Twin Breakers that he's flipping them the double bird.
Yeah.
Absolutely agreed. Also, when he did his attack during the end of that battle and he lands afterwards, he's got his hands coiled up like he's doing the Dark Kiva pose.
Again, and I just love seeing every time Utsumi transforms into Mad Road, because he just looks like he's just having a blast with
Right?
it.
I would love, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I would love to see other Evolve matches, particularly like Smufflewolf and Kujira Jet.
That would look cool.
I want so bad for someone to do up art of what a Evolve driver user with Kujira Jet would look like.
Well, I don't think it would actually work. Because when he did the Kaizoku and Rider System...
that's because he did Rider System. That model is specifically used to create the weapons if it's matched up with any models except for Cobra, Dragon, Rabbit, Lock, and Tank, and Dinosaur.
I'm a dinosaur.
I'm so sad we're not gonna get evolved dinosaur form.
Well, there's not gonna be. Is F1 Source just completely cut from canon?
So far.
Someone made customs though.
Yeah, and they were nice customs.
Not the F1. It should have been an actual car. He made
I
like
think,
a trophy
I think
with
that
like
was
checkered
pretty
flags.
detailed. I liked it.
So then
Yeah, that would be trophy form.
So we cut to the forest, and Genius uses his Genius Finish to purify Tajimi of the influence.
and oh my god, like she comes back to how she normally was in the beginning, like before the Pandora's Light hit her, and she was just like so upset with herself.
What did I
Like she's
do?
like, "What have I done? Like I would never ever want to be like this."
Well, no, if
And-
it was back
She
before the
starts crying
Skywall.
too. It's really sad.
It was before she got hit with Pandora's Light.
yeah,
Yeah, but
Oh yeah,
yeah, but that
you're
was
right.
like
Pandora's
7
Light probably
years
messed her
ago.
up.
10.
Well, it's
Or,
not
yeah.
that it's
Yeah,
not
that
that
was
she
like
it's
10
not that
years
she
ago.
lost her memory. She's just no longer under that influence.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but she just realized what she's been.
She knows what she did. That's why she's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, like
It's like she just had her heart changed, Persona 5 style.
So it's kind of like when Bruce takes back over as the Hulk. He's like, "Oh no, what did I do?"
Sure.
yeah, it just.
And so Evol shows up in his Cobra form phase 1 for some reason.
Because
I
whatever.
didn't feel like doing an extra thing with the trigger. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
And my actor is doing something.
Also,
else.
fucking Evol was sitting in Night Rogue's chair, and I'm like, "Get the fuck out there!"
I would laugh if they relocated that chair to the build pit.
Oh, it's Night Rogue. Yeah, and just Kentoku sits, and I'm like, "That's right, that's right, that's Night Rogue's
it wa-
chair."
it wa-
Every week he just comes in a different outfit and sits in the chair
Yeah,
and just
it-
puts his
I'm
leg up.
still on the
It-
hunt for a doll chair that resembles that
it
slightly.
wouldn't fit through the mini fridge.
They'll find a way.
Oh yeah, Gar watched
They
that.
have
Just
to. They
watch.
have to disassemble it and then
You
bring
loved
it.
it.
through.
They'll turn it into a bottle essence.
Oh yeah,
So
just
Gentoku realizes, like, oh my god, they were behind the
We
fridge.
need a chair full bottle.
Yeah, brr, brr, brr.
Chair.
chair,
God,
TV,
that's right.
best of math.
It just
Chair, but
it just attaches chair legs to the ass of the suit so you can sit down anywhere.
Oh my god, that's the greatest thing.
that's giving me like one of my favorite GoldenEye quotes. You sit on it, but you don't take it with you. And then yeah, so Katsurugi's dad's alive, and next week the origin of Build, his father, and the last Stag Smash.
Stag smash. Cool, got it.
Yes, well, Stag's another word for it. So
Yep.
as Yokoksu. All right, so episode 19 of Patranger, and it was a Sakuya heavy episode.
Yep.
We're
You
going
really
to find out some weird things about his
Oh,
taste in room decor.
I realized that I forgot to ask Gar. So Gar, who is your favorite team? Who do you prefer?
Now that we're 19 episodes in,
Oh yeah. Do you have a favorite team?
Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger.
you fucking bastard.
He likes both teams.
I like all of them individually.
But who's your favorite character overall?
Sakuya.
Like
Sakuya is
Sakuya,
my
huh?
favorite.
He really socks it to you.
I don't know why I feel like he would be me in a way.
I like pouring soup on my superior's heads.
You try getting girls too hard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah.
You pour soup on your boss's
Yes,
head.
I have to say that scene. I have a bit of a, if I'm allowed,
Yep.
Yeah.
to say about that scene where he poured vichyssoise on the commander. I was watching it while eating lunch, and Mom was in the other room, and that part came on, and I just said, "Oh my God," out loud, and Mom ran up from the other room and was like, "What?" It's like, "Oh, you okay?" And I explained to her, one of the Pato Rangers just poured soup all over, and she looks at me like, "Why did you say, oh my God, out loud?"
I don't know, that scene
We
just
can use it for soup.
that scene just reminded me of the Slap Part 2. The Slappening.
The slapping.
That's what it's actually called. Just Larry, what are you doing?
I am not nearly caffeinated enough for this.
That's why I like that. That's why I like when they took that video and they just put Thanos over the guy who's slapping everyone, just slapping every fucking Marvel character.
That's terrible.
No, it's hilarious.
By the way, I'm not sponsored by Pepsi, but
but
I'd
you'd like to be.
That needs to be on a shirt.
Sounds like a nostalgia critic fucking opening.
It sounds like
I drink it so you don't have to.
It sounds like something from,
There you go.
from a Jim Carrey film.
Oh, my hand's actually hurt now after slapping.
Who'd have know? Who'd have thunk that slapping hurts?
1-800, are you slapping? Not anymore.
I can't do the thing Cell does.
Oh,
Slapping like the dicks together.
Yeah.
Why would you want
Get
to
yourself
do
a
that?
slap chop.
That was an old joke you used to do. So yeah, so we get to see the like head of the Japan branch.
Someone higher up on the police chain.
He reminded me of Nira from fucking Drive.
He was so Nira.
Yeah, but Nira was more of an asshole. This guy was just doing his job.
I mean,
Being an asshole.
He was a scumbag and a slimy fucking
He was
asshole.
such a fun fucking side villain.
He was just an asshole.
That guy's an asshole.
He is an asshole.
What the hell is that?
So, the Gangler of the week, his human form looked so much like Phoenix that I didn't even care what his actual name was, and I just called him Phoenix.
He
while I
looked
was
like
watching it.
Phoenix from fucking Wizard.
He looked like Gentoku to me.
A little bit, but like
That
it was
person,
the
like,
He's like Phoenix and Gentoku's love child.
and then we get and then we just
Which is funny because he's a child of Night Rogue and someone who was knocked into the sun.
whoa. So then we
Hey.
we see his Gangler form, and it's like he looks like a scuba diver, like with like one of those old timey ones, and like he has like tentacles coming out of his like the helmet.
A tentacle monster with invisibility? That sounds like a recipe for terrible, terrible
boy.
things.
My question is, why did they make the invisibility monster, who they all refer to as being a Kamaitachi, which is a
Kamaitachi, yeah.
blade weasel.
Right? I noticed
Why
that.
the heck is it a freaking octopus? Like, they could have just made it a Kamaitachi.
They could have made it a sickle weasel. Like,
Wait a minute.
it was a ninja monster like that.
Wait a minute. Lane?
Hmm?
Wasn't this like a subplot in the episode 23 of Ultraman Orb?
Hold on.
Just SSP fought the cuts in the building were done by
SPD.
Kamen
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I was watching him like, Juggler?
Well, the idea
Hey, Juggler, is that you?
is they're a pretty famous,
No.
pretty famous yokai that for some reason I don't think has appeared in Yokai Watch anymore.
Oh
It
my
wasn't.
god.
It wasn't a ninja though.
Oh my.
Which,
In the first episode.
however, the Pokemon Sneasel is based on it.
Yeah.
The idea is that I'm sorry if I'm being
No,
ignorant right now.
no.
But the idea of the Kamitachi or sickle weasel, as
Yeah.
Ichi said, is that it moves so fast to cut your legs that you can't tell what's cutting you, and it's invisible.
Oh
And sometimes the way the legend goes is that one will cut your they move in packs. One will cut your legs, and the other will put ointment to stop the pain, so that you bleed out and don't realize it.
Ugh.
Yeah, but they
Doctor, I can't feel my legs. I know. I removed your arms.
But they had the other thing is, do you mind if I spoil something from the end of the episode?
No, go ahead.
At the end of the episode, the way that they sort of defeat him is by pouring paint on him. They're pouring paint on an octopus, and all I can think is, dang, I just got back into Splatoon, and then this happens in this show.
Right? Lupinrangers are best at paint battle, whatever it's called.
Turf war,
That's it.
paint battle.
Yeah.
Caught up in that paint battle.
So this like fucking commander guy, he's just like such an
Paint
asshole.
battle, that's the word.
Keeps referring to Hilltop as fucking Hilton.
Hilton.
So now we have to call him Hilton forever.
No, I
No,
love
thank
Hilltop way too much to fucking call him my
Hilton.
No.
Does he stay at the Hilton?
Mm.
The sweet life of Sakuya and Hilton?
Oh my god, I'm sorry, but I know it's not.
Pause. Hello? Okay,
no
perfect.
Phantom Thieves in my lobby.
Thank you. Bye. Dave, edit that out, please. Thank you.
Still
Sorry,
recording?
just fine.
Wait, don't we have a sound?
Just fine, I would tell you before.
Thank you. Thank you. I didn't notice. And
Don't we have a sound?
do we?
Yeah.
So like a
Oh yeah.
All I can think now, after a moment of consideration, is no Phantom Thieves in my lobby.
There we go.
The sweet life of
But yeah.
Kyrie and Keiichiro.
He's just like, oh yeah, let's all go to this French place that I heard about. Hilton will pay for us all. And just Hilltop's like, it's Hilltop, sir.
Just thinking in full English. Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh my
He
god!
says some great stuff in just English.
So sorry!
And it's weird because he doesn't say it with any kind of Japanese accent.
That's
So
what's
he's-
great about
He's
it.
just like, so sorry, and then Japanese.
So like what happens is they all go and eat out at the bistro, and then like Sakuya just is trying to like impress the boss or whatever like that, and then all of a sudden he pours the thing of soup all over him.
Okay, so I have to call bullshit on this.
At least it was cold soup.
Now,
There's chowder.
No, it's Vicious fault.
say it right, Frenchie! It's chowder! Never!
I remember that.
Now, this scene is bullshit because, sure, it's perfectly plausible that an invisible tentacle monster would grab Sakuya's arm, but he didn't make Sakuya grab the plate. So I like to think this was sort of a 50-50
Maybe
thing.
it was just like a reflex where he's like, ah!
Yeah, sure, the monster grabbed the one reflex that makes him close his hand upon the plate.
So like he does that, and then he just proceeds to just fucking wail Keiichiro in the face. I was like, whoa, dude!
I was like, dude, props!
No!
Larry!
I'm sorry, you're hysterical.
Hurt your hands, Guard. Jesus fuck.
You're just slapping the shit out of yourself today.
How dare your favorite character punch the fuck out of my favorite character?
I love how when
Sakuya!
I just love when Sakuya's like, no, it wasn't me. Keiichiro's response was, well, who the fuck punched me? Dick!
You sure?
He really freaks out. Like, he's like, please believe me, I didn't do
Yeah.
that. But you punched me.
Yeah, well it's not good when you punch your superior officer.
All of them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, even like hit Tsukasa, and I was like, whoa, dude, that is not cool.
Hey, this tentacle monster clearly doesn't respect women.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he was trying to pick up a woman in the first shot, and then Sakuya, showing an odd amount of game, saves her, and then is like, yeah, cool, I saved you, whatever.
And then like the Lupins couldn't fucking believe that. They're like,
Like, the first thing
"Oh."
he says is, you look fine for a human. So
Right.
you think he would realize that he was not, but maybe that was just before he showed up.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the reason the Gangler did it or whatever like that was because like Sakuya like fucked him up before, and so he was just kind of like, fuck you, I'm gonna embarrass you.
I will say that this episode is starting to make me lose a little bit of respect for the Rangers, because after 19 weeks, or episodes, whatever timeline this happens over, it takes them forever to conceptualize that maybe there's an invisible Gangler. Because of all the weird powers that they've seen these monsters have, it takes until halfway through the episode for Toma to realize maybe one of them can turn invisible.
Well,
Yeah,
they like to no, but
That's like the most basic of evil mutant superpowers.
no, but they like to believe maybe Sakuya just did that because like the commander was like giving him shit about like his performance or something. Because they're like, oh, the Lupins keep being on the front page. We need to be more popular.
Sure, but the gap between Sakuya saying he didn't do it and Toma being the first one to realize there's an invisible Gangler is unbelievably long.
The Lupinrangers are on the front page again. Sir, nobody reads the newspaper anymore. Everybody's on the internet. What is this interwebs?
Post the image on the blogs.
Right?
Yes.
No
Pictures of Lupins.
Yep. I need
No
a
more
picture.
blogs.
No more blocks.
For 50 cents and back in Korea, you could get a good blogging,
For $5 American,
right?
Sir, we're a poet company. And they got me poems about the Patrangers.
Poem Ranger.
So then, yeah, so like Sakuya doesn't get fired, but he's on
House arrest. And
so-
the second they said that, you immediately know he's gonna break house arrest to go save them.
No, it would have been funny if he did
I
it.
thought it was really, really nice how that ended up happening with Hilltop and everything.
But what I have to also call bullshit on for that, unfortunately,
Yeah.
why didn't he just call them?
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
I don't know.
Call Hilltop. Call your partners. Call someone!
We can't get to this...
Do something. Do something. Do something.
Sure, if they don't answer, then run out. But
yeah,
at least
but-
try calling them on the fucking
that
phone.
would make an entertaining episode.
Without talking about what's in Sakuya's house.
Oh yeah, you noticed
So
that
we
stuff.
got to see a little glimpse of Sakuya's apartment, and so
He has a Portland.
Pretty
Yes,
nice.
there is in fact a... Am I allowed to?
yeah, go ahead.
There is a mirror, like a poster or like wall scroll thing on the wall that says and I quote, "Life is like riding bicycle, to keep your balance." And he also has 2 pillows that appear to say Portland on them and have like an old 80s looking car and a city skyline.
Maybe he's into cars.
Sakuya.
Maybe he's in Portland, Oregon.
And he has 2 pillows like this, one on each side.
Now, if they do adapt this into Power Rangers,
Those have to be there.
no. I just want the Rangers to go to the Green Ranger's place, and it's just filled with like
Weeb
Power
shit.
Power Ranger shit.
Or just weeb stuff in
Yeah.
general.
He's just like the guy who's always wanted to be a Power Ranger.
Instead of Portland, it just says Shibuya.
Oh my
Angel Grove.
No, come on.
Akiba.
Stone Canyon.
Oh, there you go.
He's got to be the
The
Ranger.
clear-
Mariner Bay.
No, he's got to be the Ranger from Stone Canyon.
Because so many notable Rangers came out of Stone Canyon.
Where did SPD take place in? We never found out, I guess.
Oh, I can't remember that city's name. Let me look.
Yeah, look that up.
Earth.
So yeah.
Earth City.
Earth.
So like the Lupins decided, okay, well, like there's got to be something up or whatever like that. So like we should inspect it, and so they like figure out it's a gangler.
I absolutely love the fact that the other 2 Patos show up with Patranger buns at the cafe as apology.
Okay, there's a mochi manju, and I was sorry for interrupting.
No, it's fine.
And I was really, really hoping they would show them and show that they actually look like that and look like
Right.
little Pat Rangers.
And the Lupins immediately regift them to
Yeah,
Sakuya.
they
You fucking fucks.
Oh, but like
they're
they had
evil.
like.
They're thieves. They're allowed to do things like regift their manju.
Right?
I also noticed. I think that I feel kind of dumb for not noticing this before, but the Lupin Rangers are associated with the French cafe,
Yeah,
which is Western food,
yeah.
and the Pato Rangers are always eating wagashi,
Japanese
which is
food.
very traditional Japanese confections.
They juxtapose the 2 teams on every axis they possibly can.
Yeah, I noticed that those things were true, but I somehow didn't notice. Oh, those are meant to be contrasting until today. Which I'm sorry, I feel like an idiot.
Don't worry about it.
And the gangler is actually pretty like brutal because like when the Patos when we're going to like confront him or whatever like that, he like fucking like chops their car in half. And,
That was awesome!
I was like, holy shit!
That could have killed one of them.
Right?
Yeah.
If he had done it horizontally, he would have murdered them.
He would have straight up murdered them. And just like the whole time, Sakuya's just like, I need to fucking go tell him that it's a gangler, because like the Lupins are like, yeah, I think it's a gangler.
And of
You
course,
know you didn't do it.
And of course, he runs off, runs into Hilton, and he's like, "Yeah, no, go ahead."
Don't call him that. Give Hilltop more respect.
Yeah, call him.
If I knew this theme song to The Sweet Life, I would sing
and
it.
he just knew. This is the sweet life.
Here I am in your life.
That was
Here you are.
Tipton, not Hilton.
Whichever.
Can't even get your sweet life right.
What's supposed to be?
See, I have to care first, and I don't.
Yeah, that was a good show, man. Not so much on deck,
That's,
but
that's
New
like
Tech
your
City.
opinion, man.
New Tech City.
Really?
New
Yeah.
Tech City.
Yeah.
It's the futuristic location of SPD's Earth base and the home of the SPD Rangers.
Yeah.
What a lazy name.
He would be from New Tech City because he loves the SPD Rangers.
Tech City!
Which inspired him
No.
to be a cop.
No. Lupin Ranger and Pat Ranger has to be a prequel.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, SPD is far in the future.
2025.
Yeah.
We're pretty close.
So they better do SPD.
Either that-
Just no, not even make a new Power Rangers that year. Just re-release Power Rangers SPD. Just re-air it. Make it like HD
It's you remastered.
Blu-rays,
SPHD.
and just re-release fucking SPD toys.
No, you gotta redub Grum's voice because of his actor and his.
Oh, because of his perversion charges
Yeah.
or something? Yeah.
He wasn't the guy who like
More like Emperor Scum!
He wasn't the guy that killed his roommate with a sword.
No,
No,
that was the Red
Wild
Wild
Force
Force.
Red.
Don't remind me.
And
It's
yeah.
bad.
I'm
What are
sorry.
we doing?
That was just. I still can't believe that
In
was
jail, I
what
guess.
happened.
My Red Ranger's in
We
prison.
made the joke about just like him giving his defense speech. He's just like, "Rid out my sword, rid out my powers."
Anyway.
Anyway, so yeah, so it's like Hilltop shows up and he's just like, "Yeah, here's your stuff. I knew you'd like come to do this.
Oh.
Like they need you."
I like how Yumika was at the intercom and he's like, Yumika opens the door and
The other
says,
two are there.
Just Toma and Kite.
"Oh,
Oh.
Because they knew that's how they like he.
I
they
wanted
tracked
so
him.
bad for like when Sakuya sees Umika, you just hear the gunshot sound, and then he opens the door and sees them, and just you hear like a failed gunshot,
No.
Just like a blank, just like an empty clip, just
like a click.
Just, I want Sakuya and Yumika to happen.
It
Right?
will.
I want it.
It will.
Just like the Tokuja relationship.
You know what I kind of wanted to happen when Sakuya hands his changer over to Hilltop? I wanted so bad for just Hilltop to be Nigo about one time.
I like the
Which is
joke,
probably going
Hill.
to become his own ranger. In
Right? I want Zero Go to happen.
I did like the Hilltop joke. It's like, well, guess I'm fired as well.
I am so, just in perfect English, I am so fired.
So then, like, the Gangler decides to turn invisible again, but then the Lupins show up and they, like, cover
Dump
him
paint dye
cover him
on.
in paint. And, like, I like it. They were able to steal the collection piece without transforming. And I was like,
Yep.
that's good.
They just,
The vault, they figured out, Sakuya figured out that where he was when he was invisible, because even though he was invisible, the light still showed through from his collection piece.
yeah.
But that just begs the question, why didn't he appear as a floating collection piece if the light from it was still visible?
Well, the light comes out, the idea isn't the invisibility covers his entire body, but the light is going further than that.
Oh, okay, that is true.
And then, like, yeah, I think, if I remember correctly, because, like, I watched this episode, like, really early in the week as it came out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure he transformed, like, with them, and he, like, led the roll call. Well, he didn't lead the roll call, but, like, he transformed in the middle of them.
Yeah, he stood in the middle and transformed, and then they did the roll call in order.
And then, yeah, and then it was weird, like, as soon as they went out from the roll call, like, to, like, do, like, oh, we'll take you by force, like, it was just Keiichiro in the center, and I was like, what?
Well, yeah, it's assumed that they switched spaces during the roll call.
Yeah.
It's like the scene in Power Ranger Samurai, just when Antonio joins the scene, just pushes things over. Can you guys move over so I can be part of the lineup?
So then Toma, like, grabs Goody and he just goes, you go help these guys now. I know we just had a huge talk about you helping the police, but go help them. Eh.
Fist bump
Yeah,
the
we're
sword.
gonna retcon that whole thing
Oh.
from last week.
So Emily, what did you think about the whole Goody-focused episode?
Oh,
Did you love that?
I'm sorry that I missed it, but it might have been annoying to have me on.
No.
Because I probably would have just gushed
Gush
off.
over, we want you to gush over Goody.
Like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
But he is. I like the idea that he's trying to keep this promise to Arsene Lupin, and that he basically, it sounds like he became sentient by accident.
10 years he's been resting, needing so much
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the dial.
And him on the swing, pushing him with his little.
Oh, that
engine.
broke Raven.
Oh,
It's like, oh, he's gonna be on the fucking, you better not be on the fucking swing. God damn it!
I heard.
Oh my god.
Super funny.
And just seeing the other thing that was really cool is seeing all the pieces switching around like that.
Yeah.
That was interesting, and
I will say the fight in the cockpit of
Yeah.
Lupin Red and them was so fucking great.
And it made me wonder, when the inevitable combination of all of them comes together, which hat will Goody be wearing?
I don't
Right?
know.
Will he be wearing a new hat?
It's just like a fusion between the police hat
Oh,
and the
so-
top hat.
According, thanks to Beastcaster Shoe, the name of the Lupin Collection treasure this week was Filet comme le vent, which is spin like the wind.
And it was a fan.
Well, you
Always twirling, twirling towards freedom.
It's based on the Geki fan from Juken Sentai Geki Ranger.
Oh.
Thank you.
And then they go.
Or Power Rangers Jungle Fury Bat Ranger's main weapon.
So then they proceed to go Patranger Yugo, and he dual wields the changer and the Mega Bow, and he
That was
like
cool.
kicks a lot of ass with it too, and it was great.
They
And then-
knock it up, and then he lands right on the Ichigeki strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
that was
badass.
fucking
Perfect
amazing.
timing.
I'm glad Patranger Yugo's been getting a lot more use. So I'm glad the show remembers
And now
that
watch
they do that.
Yugo get his ass kicked by the next Ranger to show up.
Probably.
Mhm.
And then, as a great big fuck you, Ichi, we get to see Pat Kaiser Strong Biker, because why not?
Yeah, because fuck me.
I said
guess.
it couldn't happen because Biker can't hold the drill, and I guess that is not the case.
Yeah.
Blaze is living that up.
Yeah.
I'll make that once I get my crane and drill set.
And then we get a weirdly effective combination of a crane and a yo-yo for the Keisatsu.
Yeah, no, it was
Lift
really
up
cool.
strike.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then he gives us a recipe?
As he dies, he's like, octopus goes really well with these things!
Yeah, vinegar and ginger.
Right? I'm like,
Just
why?
the monsters of the week, always giving life lessons to the children before they go.
Right?
Will somebody please think about the children?
They did Cyclone Knight, but was Cyclone's arm holding the blade? I don't think
I
so.
love you just called him Nira, the commander.
Right?
So the commander comes in and he's just like, Sakuya, good fucking job. Look, we made front page on the news. Keep up the good work. And he's like, what?
So this
Yeah, it
this
just
guy's
came out of
clearly
nowhere.
this guy clearly only gives a shit about the PR of the police department.
He's riding the hype train.
Right?
He wants
Choo-choo.
everyone else to ride the hype train.
And then,
Well, we're gonna get trains next week.
Yep, next week is the debut of Lupin X and Patranger X, and oh my god, Noel's gonna be such a treat.
So here's my question. The first shot we saw of him in the preview, he's got a cape. So why isn't that on the suit?
Well, no, it's probably not a cape. It's probably a mantle.
Either or.
Well, it looked like he had like a cloak too, so it was like a
It was
cloak.
just something for him to
Well, maybe.
hide behind and then throw off.
Yeah, you know.
I want that on the suit.
Nah, it would get just like Edna would say, capes get in the way.
No capes.
No capes.
No capes.
The difference is he's not flying around near
Capes
planes.
still get in the
You
way.
still can get. They still can get in the way. It's true. But yeah, can't wait. All right. So feature topic.
Featured topic. So, Heisei Generations finally. Pretty fucking good.
It was a good movie.
Especially now that we have subtitles on it, because we watched it raw the first time and we
Lots
had
of-
no idea what was going
Lots
on.
of fucking context, which was really good.
Oh,
Yeah, Gar really liked this movie.
it was so fucking
That
good.
was really actually pretty great.
I like how well explained everything that happened in this movie was.
Ichi, that's called a story.
Right?
So-
I'm trying to talk more
consist-
this episode, but I feel like I'm just being awkward all the time.
No, it's okay.
We're all awkward.
Yeah.
Also, first off, just look at that wallpaper, man.
No, it's pretty awesome
Just-
wallpaper.
you
I
guys-
just love Forza just doing the hair thing.
With no hair.
So, first off, haha, Ichi, fuck you, I was right. So, when Build showed up at the end of X-Aid, fighting Paradox and stuff, that was Katsuragi. Because I remember when he walked off, he went, see you.
I will concede that. It sounded like Sento, and I think they did that on purpose, because we weren't supposed to know until we watched
Yeah,
this movie.
But then we get, like, proof throughout the movie that just, like, Sento's just like, I don't remember that happening.
This was 2 years ago.
No, think of it this way. This happened, like, this movie takes place before Sento finds out that he's actually Taku.
Yeah.
Yes, and it happens arguably right after episode 13, because he's just received Sparkling.
No, well, this has to take place before the fight between him and Bloodstark. With Sparkling.
I feel like it could be argued either way, because the only reference to him in the movie is like, no, it has to be after, because like Soichi shows up and they're like, oh, why are you
What
here?
the fuck do you want?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But no, just that in okay. My only minor complaint is the whole timeline thing, where like Paradox.
That was a bit
later on,
confusing.
He's like, "Oh, I've been here for 2 years."
But it's
2
only been a
years?
week in our
You've been
world.
For a week.
That's some fucking Digimon Digiworld shit.
No,
Yeah,
it's-
that time is different in one world than the other.
It's like in Sonic X, where it's like Chris is like, "Oh, I've been building a machine to get to your guys' place for 6 years." Chris, it's only been 6 months.
I'd laugh if it was just like, oh, like we've been being like constantly like messed around with by this like red and blue rider, and like they think it's Build, but it's just Paradox.
Yeah.
Perfect knockout. But yeah, so like pretty much the plot of this movie is, you know, we confirmed that the Build world is a separate world from all the other riders.
As if
So
it wasn't obvious, because the
Yeah.
other worlds don't have the sky wall.
Just
I think we can all agree though, Banjo is just so useless in this movie.
fuck you.
Well, thing
He
is,
had the best subplot.
Mm.
here's the thing. this is only 3 episodes after he's just transformed. He doesn't really have his proper motivation to protect
okay.
people.
No,
yet.
of
That
course, no.
puts it in the context
His
of
whole
it.
character, like, stuff in that was great. It just didn't do anything.
Well, yeah, because he was even dealing with an identity crisis there. It's like, what am I supposed to do as a Kamen Rider?
That's true.
And I will fight you on the fact that he was on the idea that he was useless because he absolutely saved the world.
No.
Because if it wasn't for him, Sento wouldn't have had sparkling. So
Yeah, but
he's-
also Sento should have kept a better fucking eye on his shit.
I will fight
I
you
don't know
that
why he didn't have sparkling on him the whole time.
Banjo saved the world by handing Sento a can of pop.
That is.
Sento does all the work and Banjo hands him a drink.
Oh god, that's you and me.
Yeah! Cinematic parallel.
Ichi, can you do this thing for me? Alright, cool, give me a pop. Alright. Oh god. That's so you and me. I am the Banjo to your Sento.
Also, I really loved the villain's plan in this film.
Okay, I liked Right Kaiser. He was my favorite, like the crazy version of him. I loved him. He was
I
so
just
funny.
love
He kept
how-
saying funky all the time.
That was
That
entertaining.
explains why the Kaiser thing says funky. all the
Funky!
time.
Right?
Well,
Because
I was super
this was the prototype for the bros used in the
I was
series.
super confused as to why it said that.
Bebop!
The prototypes, aka just the original
More like the
suits.
prototypes.
No, it's like the original suits. It's just for the show. They just repainted them. Just not even like highly detailed. Just spray paint.
Right?
No, but
now I finally know why the Nebula steam gun is purple. Because it's red plus blue.
yeah.
Oh.
And I will say, the left and right Kaisers and Bikaiser, they look so much better in red and blue.
Right?
You
So
get
much
it?
better,
I
yeah.
love it.
Guys, get it? Kaiser, red, blue. It's a Kikaider.
Oh.
Kaiser?
Kaiser?
Kaiser.
They have a weird obsession with using the term Kaiser.
I am getting Face Core to he got me the Remocon Bro Soda Stage figure and painted it blue
Can we
again.
just make the thumbnail just like that shot where it's just Bikaiser like forming and just on his head is just Kikaider's head. That's just what it has to be, and just
Kikaider.
Kikaiser.
Well, just
And I will say,
it's like not only that, I liked how they went into the villain's backstory. as
Yeah, he
well.
was working with
yeah,
Top
that's all the Gentoku was in this movie. It was just, oh, here, let me give you more about the villain.
Well, yeah, because this was before.
I first formed Gentoku.
I would have liked a Nitro cameo.
Nah. But when? Why?
The movie isn't about him.
I know it's not.
That-
This is his own
Well,
special.
Lane, everything was happening on, let's call it Earth A.
X-Aid World.
Exade World or Build World?
No, let's call it Earth A because Build is Earth B. B for Build.
Earth Aid, Earth Build.
Yeah.
There.
Or Earth Prime and Earth
I
Build.
just like that the villain's plan involved getting giant robot hands to high five.
Okay, I will say the Enigma, the two hands, those were fucking awesome looking.
Right?
They were like these cool, like, it had like the eye in it, like the Dogga Hammer or whatever like that when
Right?
it opens, and just like, I liked like the whole portal thing, and it was
They did their
great.
high five. It was great.
And like, when, I love the Nebula Bugsters, like
I call them albino turkey
yeah,
heads.
albino turkey heads. Those guys looked cool, like they were wearing like these kind of like painted like tie-dye jumpsuits.
And they were zombifying everyone.
the Nebula Bugsters.
Yeah, Nebula Bugsters.
Yeah.
I like
Nebula
those.
Bugsters.
I actually liked that they had a purpose and they were explained, and even why they were attacking people was explained. They were the fucking power source for the Enigmas.
That was a cool part I enjoyed about this movie, where just like throughout the movie, just Sento was like figuring everything out, and then like we actually like got him explaining. He's like, oh, if that was happening, that means this was happening. This is that, yeah. And he's just like figuring everything out, and like that was great to seeing him like we were like along for the ride with him figuring out the mystery. So
And like even the things that he was doing started to make sense. Like, oh, the thing's gonna activate at 2 p.m. Nope, let's activate it early. Why would you do that?
But it didn't have enough. It didn't have enough time to charge all the way.
It didn't charge all the way,
Yeah,
so he
well, he's
activated
powerful.
it prematurely, so it didn't give him full immortality.
The
Exactly.
molecules aren't fully charged.
That's what I was thinking too, actually.
Yeah, same.
but it was cute when Palad like
The end of that movie was the first movie.
Palad like encountered Sento or whatever, and he's just like, yeah, he's like, Oh, you're that red and blue rider. You're also that red and blue rider. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
that.
are you?
Now I want a puzzle and fighter full bottles.
Right?
Wait, are you me
Ah.
from that world? No, I'm you from. No, I'm
Yummy.
not you.
Oh my,
I did like when like the two worlds like Earth A comes into Earth where Earth B is, and like
More Digimon parallels.
and I like that like we see like a zoom out of like Japan like separated by the sky wall, and then it goes to like the other Earth and it shows just Japan normal,
Yeah.
and then
It
like
turns out the skywall isn't really that big when you look at it, like
Not really.
like globe wise. It's like
Japan's pretty small compared to
like,
the
like
Earth.
Japan, like everyone in Japan could literally just fly to a different country.
they can't
Why can't
because
they?
the sky wall would just go.
No, he means like outwards to other countries.
I don't think they could.
I mean, they can't afford to.
Like it's not.
Yeah.
Stop.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
we
probably it.
legally aren't allowed to.
And I liked just when Bonjo showed up in X8's world.
First, like,
Oh
you
my
just-
God,
he's,
those
he's just
skywall.
like we got this nice panning shot of just looking around everywhere, and he's like, "Oh my, there's skywall. What the fuck?"
Where's the wall?
On that day, humanity got a grim reminder.
Of the wall.
And then I just like the effect of just like the other Earth coming in, and then like we get like a shot of just like Koda on his planet, and he's just like, "I see a disturbance in the universe."
And what bugged me about that is
You're
Koda
talking
shows
about with a bird.
Koda shows up on the Build world.
well, think of it. Both Earths are on the same.
And I immediately
like,
responded
exactly.
with, "You're really questioning Koda's abilities.
I
He
mean-
can do anything."
I guess at that point, like one world was shoved into the other, so they're kind of coexisting on the
Yeah.
same planet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
so-
on the same space.
Yeah.
Same dimension.
He just used a crack. Just,
No, I feel like he flew there.
I mean,
could just
yeah.
see him just like
He's a
in
fucking
his just
space
god
god.
after just going like, "Ah!"
No, he pulls an Ultraman. Yeah.
No, I like to think he just flew in on the Suika with the Suika arms.
I must go. My planet needs me. No, Koda died on the way back to his home
I
planet.
would have loved if just during Gaim's fight, like with all the mooks and everything, I would have loved him to just bust out Suika arms.
Right?
Yeah, that's
That
a
would
bit
have been
CG.
so cool.
Just Gyromudo!
It just.
So we get to see Build Doctor Game, which is just X8 with the Build
Yeah,
driver.
so lazy.
Honestly, I
Disgustingly lazy.
Well, think of
Yeah.
it. It is made from the essence of X8, so.
So other Legend Riders have used Legend items, and it didn't give them the exact suit.
Combining them together in hats,
Right? Like,
that,
Doctor
but
Game looks cool.
Yeah, I like
Like, it would have went like he would have. Like to me, it makes logical sense that it would have made him just straight up X8.
Mhm.
Would I would have liked to see Dr. Gamer? Sure, but
Go play
I can-
Gun Rising then.
I can go like that. I can go play the Kamen Rising.
I mean, we can't. We can just watch videos of it.
Well, we can buy it.
You do that. It's a Japanese arcade game.
I'll have it here by next week.
Get on,
Cool.
get the DS game.
Oh, you know what else bugged me?
Hmm?
We see a shot. We see like early in the movie. There's a shot of Build Kaizoku Resha, and for some reason he's got a completely blue cape instead of the black one. And despite being Mr. Blue, I think it looks terrible.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, like the part of the cape that's black on the outside was blue in that shot, and I have no idea why.
Well, it could have just been like an early design of it.
Also, when Cross was about to fight Left Guys or whatever, he just like they're fighting on a dam, so he just does this thing where he's like, "Ah!" and just starts running along like the wall.
Yeah, he like runs up the slope for some
It was
reason.
like a legitimate wall run, like not like a super powered one. It was just like a.
He was just running up the
Yeah.
gentle slope of the dam.
Yeah, I used to do that all the time as a kid. It was just, you felt cool. when
It's
you
so
did
he
it.
can come down at him with more momentum.
Yeah.
When the Enigma just captures a Banjo. Damn!
Damn it!
Yeah, and then like later at some point, like all the X8 riders are fighting each other, and like we get all their forms, and we get like a cool like POV shot of like Bang Bang Simulation game
Yeah.
or whatever, just like firing his cannons. We get this amazing shot of just like Legacy Gamer. Just like Brave,
Flying
just like
up onto
flying
the
up
rail.
onto like a railing or whatever like that. It looks so nice, like
And-
it's
and
nice
then we
slow
see-
motion wire
And we
work.
see Laser like jumping, like
Yeah,
stunt
the wire
jumping
work.
off and awning.
Yeah,
Like,
Hey,
whee!
whoa, this is too high.
I hope my wire fighting team is ready!
So, like, I guess Kaiser got, like, some, like, used the nebula gas on them and it prevented them from transforming.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Apparently nebula gas disables the abilities of bugster viruses, but somehow the bugster virus was inside a piece of the skywall, which is how Mogami Kaisei got into it and started experimenting with it.
Bugsters were on Mars for some reason.
Bugster virus was Evolved's fault!
I mean, fucking maybe at this point.
Just
That was
everything
the,
goes back to
It was
him.
faked and there were bugsters on Mars.
that was the one plot point in this movie that wasn't sufficiently explained, I feel.
What?
Yeah.
The fact that the bugster virus was inside a piece of the skywall at something, which is how Mogami Kaisei got into researching it.
It
Would
could
be
have been.
explained later?
Well, it could have. Think of it this way: if there's a Bikaider, or what was his name, the villain?
Mogami Kaisei?
Yeah, if there was a Kaisei on this world, like on both worlds, then wouldn't you think that there's also a similar Bugster virus on Build's world?
I mean, it's not impossible, it just wasn't explained.
Like, you can easily just explain it is, like, it's not to the extent to the Bugster virus, but it is a similar form to
I've
the
got
Bugster
it.
virus.
Evolt left his Game Boy in there.
I just like the idea of, like, back before Evolt showed... This is dumb, sorry.
No, go ahead.
But back before Evolt first showed up on Mars, the Martians living society had a great video game industry, and they had their own Martian Dan.
The
Right?
Mars Tenda.
They had their own Martian version of Dan.
Wait a minute, so was the Sega Genesis Sega Earth?
Sure.
Genesis?
So we get to see Chuta Sensei and Jake throughout different parts of the movie.
Yeah, it was great seeing them.
Where's everyone
So-
else? They're fucking busy!
Where
So,
the fuck is Ryusei?
so,
He's in Russia!
so confer. Yeah, seeing. So there's so many there's lots of proof and evidence that this does take place before Ultimatum happens. Hey, Gentoku goes to see Yuki get launched off into the International Space Station, which in Ultimatum, she is on the space station in space or whatever in the movie. Apparently, this is like just as around when Gentaro was becoming a teacher at the school.
Because at the end, you see him greeting students, and Chuta's like, oh no, he's popular after all!
Yeah.
And he's trying to give him advice because he's a new
Yeah,
teacher.
because by Ultimatum, he's already a teacher, has a bunch of group of students.
Yeah, because there was, for those who didn't hear when we discussed about it on Extra a while back, there was some concern about the fact that Gentoku has the Forza driver and it hasn't... Gentaro. I really don't wanna.
3,
Because
2,
in Ultimate...
1, and she.
Jokets.
Uchu.
Fuck it. But yeah, the concern was because in Ultimatum, he throws the Forza driver into lava, but that he still has it in the movie, and it was confirmed that the director of Heisei Final didn't know that before he wrote the movie and directed it and all that.
Yeah.
So, ignoring the fact that the person dealing with the movie that addressed and coalesced storylines from the last fucking 7 years of Rider, you probably should have known the show's storylines before doing that.
Well,
But luckily, the movie was written in a way that covered up for that very nicely.
This movie was written by the head writer of X-Aid and the head writer of Build.
No, but the point is, the staff, like the director of the movie at the least, admitted that they didn't know about that point in Forza Ultimatum. The fact that he had tossed...
Yeah, so I was happy to realize, okay, good, this does take place before he destroys his belt.
So yes, good on you, movie.
Yay!
You know what
That
was
saved it
also,
for me.
You know what was also brought back? Foundation X.
Yes.
Yeah, which they're primarily. He's honestly yes, they showed up in Double originally, but primarily I think they were.
While I wouldn't call this a conclusion to the Foundation X's involvement, it's nice to see them referenced again.
Yeah,
they funded the creation of Enigma, and they have their own Guardians,
and they made medals
and switches.
No, which brings me to my theory on what Foundation X will end up being. If they have the abilities to recreate core metals and astro switches, I have a feeling they might be making their own Kamen Rider army.
I would love for them to be the enemy in Zio.
That would be
I feel
really
like that's what they're leading up to.
That would be amazing. You know what? You know why else it would be good? Because it would be O versus X.
Oh my gosh, it would be.
Tic-tac-toe, motherfuckers.
Tic-tac-toe.
We are getting rumors that he has like a chess motif.
Oh, there you go.
And think of it now with Build. It's like, oh, a mysterious rider power that has never been seen on this earth. The full models.
So of course, when Dan shows up, he's just being fucking Dan the whole time, and he's like, "Yeah, I made the build gadget from
okay.
combat data when it bumped build."
Oh, okay. I have to bring this up.
He literally died for them.
Because Blaze brought it up. It would be hugs versus kisses.
X versus O's.
Kamen Rider hugs, Kamen Rider kisses.
Kamen Rider Hugto.
Kamen Rider. Kissy.
Kissy this.
But yes, Dan was in full force throughout the movie. He came up with the build gadget in order to negate the fact that the nebula gas was disabling the gamer driver technology.
So yeah, he transforms into Ketfu and like wails on like some fucking bugsters, and then like he de-henshins because
It's not perfect. It's still
yet.
a prototype.
And then just proceeds to just fucking whack the fucking bugster like weirdly with the fucking weapon, just like untransformed.
You make me sick.
That's pretty much what that was.
And then he just he just keeps doing this whole god complex thing, and like at some point, Takaru shows up.
Oh yeah, Takaru shows up
with
when,
Onari.
Still in his fucking Nabishin
Right
cosplay.
Kaiser. Yeah, Left Kaiser.
Right Kaiser.
Yeah, Right Kaiser showed up. Onari's here. Because Onari...
You know what was weird and didn't really get explained?
What?
When Ghost first shows up to absorb that one fire blast, Right Kaiser is like, "Oh no, it's Ghost!" Why do you know who that is?
Apparently he knows who all of them are. Like,
You know what it is?
Foundation X.
There you go. Because he had medals and switches, so he clearly knew who their enemies were.
Well, no, because
He
it's
mentioned-
also confirmed he is a member.
I was gonna say
of Foundation X.
he's got the fucking white uniform-ish clothes, so he's
If
part
anything,
of
he's
X.
probably the mad scientist.
That would be awesome.
Oh, also, not to mention the apocalypse in Ghost. You know that giant finale
Yeah.
with and
Yeah, apocalypse.
and oh, I can't remember the Ghost finale villain's name.
Adele?
No.
Oh,
no,
Iser?
Iser.
Yeah,
I
Iser.
remember
Yeah.
now.
You know, giant floating perfect chaos thing.
With
Yep.
she was actually pretty cool, but not as cool as the movie one with the wings full of eyeballs.
Kamen Rider Extremer?
Yeah, Kamen Rider Extreme.
God.
You really need to go.
Oh, you mean Ghost flying spaghetti monster bullshit?
Let's go, my planet.
So
needs
then,
me.
we see Onari as well, and he's still Detective Onari
Still in
for
his
some
fucking
reason.
Nabishin cosplay.
Well, yeah,
I
because this
thought he was gonna pull the wig off.
And he fucking steals the whole
It's not
scene
a
with
wig.
Dan just
It's
going
not a
up to him, and
wig.
he's like, "Excuse me, Mr. Dan.
Oh, merciful God,
sit down."
please bestow your blessings upon us.
Just bestow us with your blessing, and he's just like, you accept my godliness, huh? As a god. All right, why not?
I will bestow my
and then-
blessings upon you, mortals.
And then even later with Takaru, it's like, guys, this is God's gift.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think he said it.
gadgets.
I think he said it sarcastically, but yeah.
Mhm.
That was cool. We get to see Brave, Laser, and Snipe use build gadgets plus their level 2 gadgets. And I'm kind of sad that we didn't get build themed armor add-ons like a level 3 form.
Yeah, that could have been Hot Gatling,
Yeah.
Gatling or something, and he uses the Hot Gatlinger. And
It's not in the budget. Just
So
when
they know
making
people
these
are-
crossover films, we only have enough money for 1 or 2 exclusive things, and that went to the Kaisers.
Mhm.
Even though that wasn't exclusive because we got them in the show.
Well, yeah, because it's like, hey, we still got the suits. Let's just remake it.
It's an exclusive DLC skin repaint
Yes.
retroactively. We get to see Phoenix Robo in this movie.
And yeah, it's fucking Phoenix Robo. It's super powerful.
I feel like we could have used more of it, but it was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get to Eiji.
Oh my boy!
Eiji, the Goku of Kamen Rider.
Oh!
He is.
We
He's the
waited
nicest fucking
7
guy.
years for this story.
Yeah. So Raikai's or whatever that, he just reforms the greed,
Using
Gamel, Kazui,
Yeah, thanks.
Vizul.
Thanks to
and
Foundation
Uva.
X, they have recreated the core medals.
with silver
Not-
rims, so
yeah.
they're clearly fakes.
Yeah.
And I
But
like
it's
the
cr-
silver rims more.
And
They do look cooler.
Which they are not the originals, they are basically copies.
Yeah.
the only reason Ankh came back was because
Eiji
still
put
had
the actual metal
core
in him.
metal.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that,
his core metal.
again, that was well established and explained. The greeds were fakes.
That's one of the reasons why I like this movie. Just all the points of continuity throughout the film.
Mhm.
Even the unintentional ones, like Forze's.
Yeah, Forza was unintentional, but hey, if you didn't know that, it's like, oh wow, that was good.
And yeah, so like as she's fighting Ankh a bit, and then like he's just like, you gotta remember, like, and then like,
You gotta remember, Jason. Remember the good.
and then like,
No, I'm the one with the muscles and the power.
so then he falls out of the hole, out of, like a
What's that
hole in the
from? I know
building.
Turbo.
There we go. That sounded so familiar.
That awesome scene of them falling out of the tower was so
Yes.
good.
It was so yeah,
And the majestic
and then
last
his
minute
wings
save.
coming out like
So
this,
beautiful.
between this week's moment. Well, it wasn't this week. It was last week with Takumi and Sento in their like mind realm.
Yeah.
And when they touch hands like that,
Mhm.
and this entire thing is full of aesthetic things I really want to rip off, but can't bring myself to rip off because I'd feel too bad.
It's like in Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. But don't let go. Not this time.
not this time.
Sorry.
And just like it was great that like when they were falling, whatever, Edgy's just like, I don't care if this isn't the real you, I'm still gonna save you this time, or whatever, like
Right.
that.
It's gonna give me serious PTSD if it happens again.
Yeah. And then just we see like the wings sprout out and it just transforms to Ankh, and he's just like, what the fuck what the fuck you still doing, bud?
Still getting your ass kicked, eh?
See, here's the thing. While I'm happy our boys are back, one question: why does he still look like the human he possessed if he is not possessing him?
Because fuck it. He can take that form.
That is a
Fuck you.
minor point of
Because
contention.
it'd be boring if it was just a hand.
What's wrong with just a hand?
Because you'd be going like, Edgy, let's
No, no,
fight
no, no,
together!
No. The reason he was just a hand is because he only had one medal.
No, I know.
So that's not the case here because
Well-
he's got at least three.
Well, if anything, that's
Arguably 4.
that's just the form that he took.
At this
I mean,
point,
he did it in O's.
at this point, it's a very minor plot point, but it's something that's worth mentioning.
It's like how all the other greed have human forms. It's like how.
Yeah, but they didn't possess humans to get them.
Yeah, but that
Maybe just Ankh did
maybe
that.
Ankh was just able to.
He copied it. Fuck it.
Yeah, copied it.
He was in that form for so long. It's like, oh yeah, that was the last form.
And
of
Oh
his-
yeah, there's a good point. Blaze Ankh is pulling an Evolt.
Yeah, there you go.
Fuck it, I'm not copying him anymore, but I'll still copy him.
So then, they jump back up, and
Oh my God,
I like that we kind of see Ankh like go up to like the Uva clone and steal core metal out of him, and then he
Yep.
goes to the Kozli clone, takes out a Tora metal,
Yep.
and then like he just like subtly
Edgy.
like Edgy throws the metal, and my heart sank. I was like, yes, like
Yeah.
getting such huge O's.
I literally shrieked, "My boys!"
Yeah.
I just love how they brought back the music. Just,
Yes!
Just.
And then we get that we get that O's henshin, and I like that there was like a kind of like a stall before he says henshin, and you can kind of tell she's just like,
And I think that when they even the visual effects had the silver rings around the medals.
so that was a good effect.
What I wish they'd done is taken it a step further and had the golden ring on the suit be silver too.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
That way it could have been like a new movie form.
But yeah, Tatsuba's still looking good.
Like Tatoba Reunion or something.
Also, you can tell this was definitely a film, like a movie, because when everyone says henshin in this film, it echoes like it's
Right?
meant to be in a surround sound theater,
Right?
so that it.
Because this was a theatrical movie.
Because could you imagine sitting in the theater, seeing Eiji just transform after like 7 years of not being able to,
Right?
and just henshin, just echoing throughout the theater.
So then it looks like they're all like fucked whatever, and then who comes in but fucking good old Forza and rockets in, grabs them, brings them back.
Saves Emu and Banjo.
Yeah, and then he like dehensions. He's just like, yeah, Kisaragi Gentaro, like what's
It's me,
up?
the common teacher.
Yep. And
Kamen Rider Forza, the rider that will befriend all riders. Who's that guy? Oh, that's evil. He's evil.
He's a writer too, though.
So like they're walking.
Damn it!
They're walking down, and it's just like, oh yeah, like how'd you find us there? He's like, oh, I have my friends. And,
Yeah,
like,
Jake
goes
told me.
and sees Jake, and like Jake's just like, hey, my man.
Yeah. Where's Tomoko?
And it's Osugi,
off-framed her
Osugi, whatever, like that. He just like does like his overall strap thingy, which I missed.
Yeah, I like how they cock teased that earlier. Where
And I was like, no!
he tried to do it, but then one of the turkey heads cut him off, and then he did it a few times later.
And he's just like, ow!
Gotta stop doing that!
My nipples!
I've been doing that for over 4 years.
Yeah. So then, so they're walking down. It's like, oh, so like, yeah, we're trying to find this Enigma thing. Oh, it's right there. There's nothing there.
I
though.
don't see it though.
And so, of course, we get to see Virgo, Scorpion, Scorpio,
Leo,
And Cancer.
and Cancer.
yeah, Leo, and Cancer. So
Those are-
I'm not face.
I'm like, yes, Cancer? It wasn't that important.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Cancer, so cool, but
Hey.
why not like Sagittarius?
Nah.
Because we're both Sagittarius.
Would have been odd to have a
So
random,
then
like,
we find out
high
the
conversation.
Enigma or whatever in
Like,
that world.
They
It was
kick one
invisible.
of the monsters into the invisible barrier, and then the hand literally is there, just like hi.
And we got like the awesome Forza Henshin. It was fucking glorious.
Oh,
I
his
loved it.
Guitar that went around both
Ran around the
worlds.
fucking world.
That was cool,
Nothing beats the one where he did it to the fucking end of the universe.
right?
Just, yeah, and he fights a bit, and he does some cool stuff. He uses Giant Foot, and then uses Gatling launcher, and it was really cool. And at one point, he uses Chain Array, like fucking destroys a whole bunch of mooks by just spinning his weapon around. It was fucking awesome.
Bangarang! Yeah!
Bangarang.
Bangarang!
I just like that the hideouts of each of the Mogamis was basically Pokemon Red and Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe that's also a reference. Like, maybe it's a Pokemon reference.
But yeah, the villain's plot was just, we want to fuse the worlds together so we can fuse back together.
No,
But they were still separate until they made that special gesture.
They
to
both
kids,
had
so
the one thing in common. Pun not intended. They
we're crazy.
they realized that once both worlds would intertwine, they would both be destroyed. But they would live because they are immortal.
Yeah, their plan
And thus
was
their plan was to go to other worlds to destroy them.
yeah.
So they
And
wanted
when
to become
everyone's
old.
henshin,
No.
one will be.
Yeah, it's kind of ass backwards, but you can understand if you follow it. So the plan was to use the Enigma machines on both worlds to make the giant hands kiss so that the two worlds would crash into each other, but the full power of the Enigma, as it was intended to be used, would have made Bikaider immortal, so that he would have survived the destruction of both the Build and Heisei timelines, so he could go to other timelines and conquer them.
And then Decade would show up, stab him right through the chest, being like, bitch, I'm the parallel time traveler.
More like die, Kaiser.
And slices him in half.
Yeah, clean down the middle.
Sad.
You know what was interesting to me? I don't know if this was intentional, but it seemed like the way the two Mogami Kaiseis were written, the blue one had lost part of his body, and the red one seemed to have lost part of his mind.
Oh, that's actually really clever.
That's good.
That's creating a perfect form.
Right?
Perfect.
It was really well. It was a really interesting shot when they
Makes it
henched
sound
into
like Professor
Bikaiser, and like half of them each disappeared, and then
But
they like
the other
mixed up.
half-
And then it just
yeah.
finished, and like we were just both like, "Oh, it's such good tension," and then it just ends with perfect.
Yes, it
I
was.
was like, "Thank you."
Like this so much better than Hell Bros.
yeah, Viva!
And it was really entertaining hearing the right Kaiser guy just say funky all the fucking time.
Yeah. I
I guess you could say this movie had its own funky mode.
Oh yeah, and
Funky
like
Kong.
when Takaru showed up, he has like black hair and it looks fucking so bad. on
Right?
him. So bad.
Don't
I
like
don't know why
it.
they couldn't have just given him like a wig of his old hair.
I don't like it.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that
he's
was
grown
weird.
up.
Maybe it's like, oh, I have to go to school and be a normal looking boy, so I can't have my hair look weird.
So then Koda shows up and he's just like, yeah, I heard some shit was going down here, so I came to help, and transforms into the guy, and like he's wearing like his normal Koda clothes.
Right.
Because like, yeah, I guess he just doesn't want to seem out of place when he's on Earth.
Coat of clothes. I thought you said his normal coat of clothes, like coat of paint.
Sure.
Although he hasn't
He does
had
have
it.
a coat.
Although he has had a haircut,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed that his hair is shorter.
a hair coda.
I'm happy Gaku Sano was able to come back for this because like
Yeah.
the last time Gaim showed up, it was just a voice.
Although, as weird as it is, like, he really did the least amount of important things in the movie.
It's because it wasn't about him.
Well, think of it. He is a god. If he did do anything, he probably would have ended everything.
He
in like
knew.
5
He knew.
minutes.
Oh, this is Bill the next eight's moment.
I wanted him to fly around as a space god and telekinetically steal and wield the hands and just bitch slap Mogami into the stratosphere.
Here we go, riders. Here we go.
So let's get into that where, like, Emu gets his powers back because he just shakes the gamer and doctor bottles.
I'm like, the last guy who shook a bottle and sprinkled it on himself died, so...
Yeah, there was that.
So that happens, and he transforms into X8, and then they all go on their bikes, and they all show up on their bikes, and then they just, like,
Really
the best part,
cool, like,
they
slow
just-
motion silent shot.
but they all say their catchphrases at the same
once.
time. It's just like, oh, come on, and Koda's, like, sitting up on his bike, and like, Koda, sit down!
Let the new guys lead!
Yeah,
No.
And Sento's just like, I fucking love this! Yeah,
I have friends!
it's like a fanboy just like getting all of his like old red buttons. It's like,
Let's do
yeah, let's
this.
go, let's fucking roll, and just like goes on a bike, and they like kick so much ass on their bikes, and then Emily mentions, we get like this shot of just like them like explosion, just all of them in the air, and just no music.
Oh,
I
guys.
just love how
nothing.
a couple of them are like jumping on their bikes, and then you just see the other ones driving behind them
think
nonchalantly.
of it. Motor, like mountain
Motocross?
bikes, heavy duty bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
But
just
just-
it's funny how like the other ones are like, yeah, I'm not gonna jump, I'm just gonna drive.
Guys, we got a motorcycle fight in a Kamen Rider movie.
good.
Also, Ghost got more use out of his bike than he did in the entire show.
Yes.
Right?
Just 11 out of 10 for me. Just
Okay.
for-
No, that was
just
very
for
impressive.
that
All
fight.
the bike
I
fighting.
love watching
that was
them
great.
drive through mooks.
And just going doing like sharp drift turns into a mooks and like,
Kaitou!
and then they all start fighting in like their bunch of forms. So like it was great seeing Ankh like he like throws Tajidol and then he like disappears. But then when he transforms into Tajidol, it's like the Ankh version that he used at the end of the series.
So it's got Ankh's voice
So it's
on
like
it.
Taga, Kijaku, Gondaru! And it was great. And then like that's all he can do because you can't use Putotera because those medals were destroyed. So I like that they still kept up with that continuity.
Again, props for being respectful
Yeah.
of continuity.
Oz is so good at like keeping up with their continuity because like in the last movie show, like the Oz Forcey movie, he also didn't use Putotera because
You know
was
why?
destroyed.
You know
Yeah,
why?
but-
Because everyone knows what's up with those.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just in the Wizard Forza crossover, he's there and he has the medals, and it's like, wait, what?
It wasn't Oz. That wasn't actually him though. That was just like
that
it was
text.
the essence of Oz.
No, AG showed
He
up.
did, but then it wasn't actually him.
What?
It was someone else. It was something else. He just borrowed anyways. So then like we get this fight where they're fighting on the Enigma and like Bill and X8 are fighting Bikaider or whatever like that, and it's like it's really well done. Like they even get like the effects of like the reflection underneath like on the
shadows
of their feet and stuff like that, and just like they're flying they're just constantly flying like around the world or whatever, fighting over
Around
this thing.
2 worlds.
Yeah.
One family.
And we get the nice effect where it's just like you can see the other Earth like over top the other one,
Yeah, and it's
and
like in
it's
the
like some
sky
Doctor
and all-
Strange like
Yeah,
shit.
you said it looked like Digimon.
Right? It was
Yeah.
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 It reminded me of Inception.
And
Well,
then
that's what I said was that it looked like.
so like they're fighting, and then like X8's just like oh blah, like this isn't like we'll show you what it means to be a Kamen Rider, and then like he goes Muteki, and then Cross like is like contemplating with who he actually is as a person, and then
I am a pop delivery man.
I liked his transformation into Cross though on the
That
rooftop.
slow
was-
motion henshin was pretty great.
Yeah,
It's like they're
I would put that in my top henshins.
I do miss hearing the Cross Henshin chime. Just
Yep.
like,
wake up, Bernie, get Cross Dragon. Like,
yeah!
because like throughout the film, Banjo's just questioning. It's like, why do I become a Kamen Rider? And then it's like, all these other riders, they're sacrificing their lives are on the line to save the world. And why isn't he should be helping out as well?
When will my reflection show
Oh God.
who I am inside?
No. God, no.
And justice. I am Kamen Rider Cross. And just jumps off the building.
I love that. Like, there's explosions and you see him jump off a roof, and I just like,
Shit on wings!
I still don't have wings yet.
Yeah. So he goes and like.
Thanks for landing on me, Snipe. I hate you.
Oh yeah, I liked when like Sento does run into Banjo. He's just like, no, you put on weight. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was.
does this world add an extra 10 pounds? Fuck you.
Yeah. So Cross passes him Sparkling, and then he turns into Rabbit Tank Sparkling, and it's
Which
really
is
pretty.
interesting because he only had it because in an earlier fight he tried to use it and bungled it. He said it didn't fit, but bullshit, it does fit. It's
No,
the
it
same
does,
belt.
but he didn't
He
know to
put it in wrong.
No, he didn't know to open the tab. Pop
Oh
the tab
yeah,
open.
that's it. Okay,
Yeah, that's why.
good. Yeah,
He's like,
he
stop fitting. I'm like, because he didn't pop the tab.
for a second, I was thinking, did he try and put Sparkling in the Cross Dragon? You stupid fuck!
Oh yeah, and when he did transform to Cross the first time, you could see he's trying to like fiddle it into.
Oh
the
yeah,
belt.
he like almost doesn't get it in. Like it's somewhere. It's somewhere. There we go.
And then yeah, so we
Guys, it didn't occur to me until now. What if there's a Takumi in timeline A?
Oh, in the Exade world?
Yeah,
that would
in
be
the
cool.
main world.
just teams up with Dan.
No, because well, yeah, like
It begs the question
like,
because
no-
the
If there were two Mogamis, there could be two
there
of other
could be
people.
two of anybody.
and like
Dan
he
Kuros.
wouldn't have the build drive or anything because none of that ever happened.
Yeah.
There is a Takumi living a happy life
Well,
in time,
happier.
the good timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then like we see Muteki and Sparkling fight, and Muteki uses his hair, which is good.
Blaze mentioned something great. O's should have used the ride vendor to deliver Sparkling.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Because it's a pop vending machine.
I ride for my friends.
Car games on
So
motorcycles.
of course they rider kick like the shit out of fucking Bikaider, and like Ichi made a funny thing where it's like you see them like zoom in like slow motion, and it would have been cool if they just fucking like high fived each other
As they flew by after the kick.
What I did like about because they also did this in the Dr. Pac-Man crossover, where
I
they
forgot
showed
about Dr. Pac-Man, dear God.
where they showed off all the other riders fighting moves.
Right?
In that film, they had their theme songs playing. Where what I think this movie does a bit better, it plays their battle music.
No, in this one they played their opening themes.
Well, no, they play
At the end.
Yeah, like during the credits, but during the actual fight sequences, it plays the show their shows.
Yeah.
like,
Okay,
battle
I
music.
couldn't remember if they did or not, but yeah. I will say that when Ghost showed up the first time and they kicked on his battle theme, I was so jamming. I love that song. I especially love the version from the Pac-Man movie because that's like a Ghost Power revival style version
Because
of the
like
song.
we don't have Kamen Rider Spectre or Netcrom in this film, but I at least am glad when he went Grateful, there was a Nobunaga and a Grim
Right?
to represent, Spectre and Netcrom maybe not here, but at least we got their
okay, because I was
ghosts.
gonna say it would have been better if it was Edison and Robin Hood, but that. No, that's a good point.
we did only get Grateful for like 30 seconds.
I don't
best.
care. It wasn't any of the other movies.
You should be grateful.
I am grateful. Where's my grateful belt?
Emily, where's yours?
My grateful belt is in my house in a tote bag where I keep it safe by my door.
Oh my
Because
goodness!
Cool.
I forgot you also
I-
have a grateful belt.
I don't know why, but I just love it so much.
Yeah, and so movie ends just like everything going back to normal for now.
And then
So just like everything's gonna be okay. Cuts in where we are now. Shit.
You know what's interesting, and Emily mentioned this during it, like when Exit and Build are teaming up during that last fight. So it's the power of video games and pop. So was Bikaider defeated by Mountain Dew and Doritos?
I want
Yeah,
a
was
mountain
that, did I
down.
say that?
Yeah.
Oh god, why did I say that?
And then Eiji he has like an imagination about Ankh being there, and then he picks up the broken Taka metal, and he's still.
And it was just like, no, he's lost him again!
No, but at least we can confirm that they're still keeping with the continuity that he still hasn't found a way to bring him back yet, but we know he does.
Zio!
Maybe.
Zos! But yeah, it's funny that like between Build and Exade, we had Sparking and Sparkling.
Yep. Yeah, and then
I do wish, my only nitpick is that I do wish the other X8 riders actually did a bit more.
What I didn't understand is there was one scene where the three of them, like Hiro, Taiga, and Kiria, were fighting. They couldn't transform because of the nebula gas, but for some reason, even though the gashes weren't working, they had access to their Gashikon weapons. That also went kind of unexplained. I mean, it was cool, but it shouldn't have worked.
Yeah, like if your systems don't work, then you shouldn't be able to access your weapons.
Right? We're also ignoring the fact that Emu had access to Bite Gamer.
But then again...
Fuck it, we got a plot to serve.
Then again, Dan.
Yeah.
Just, bing, bing, bing. Take those, fight. I'm gonna work on these.
And then, like, after everything's solved, like, Dan's like, oh, I'm so inspired by all this. I can't wait to get to work. And everyone's like, oh, you. Little did they know the X8 Another Ending trilogy was about to happen.
Right.
So yeah, everyone might, like, no one has any idea of all the shit Dan's about to unleash upon them.
I even like Gaim's little, like, I love how all of them got their own little bit at the end. Like AG having to say farewell to On one more time.
Yeah.
And then again, it's not really farewell, it's more of
See you later.
See you later.
Yeah.
Forza, you see him getting along with the teachers.
Yeah.
Or with the students, I meant to say.
Yeah.
With Ghost, it's like, oh.
He and Onari.
Yeah, it's like, Onari, you want to come back more than anything.
Good, now I'm your senpai. Get sweeping.
But my favorite, and hands down, will always be just Coda being like, I may not be from this planet anymore, but it is still my home. So
I think it was the opposite. I don't live here anymore, but it's nice to come back to the planet I was born on.
Yeah, or it's like, I'll always protect the planet.
I wonder how Zach's doing. Oh, he's dead.
He got his own movie, though.
Wait, Zach died?
No.
No?
It's a joke, Gar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Bravo!
No, it's like, oh shit, right, everyone else! Runs.
Yeah, so to wrap up quickly, like, I thought it was good. It was a very good fan service movie. Like, I'm glad Forza came back. It was great seeing everyone reprise their roles.
If you've watched all these shows, this is an amazing culmination of their plot lines.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was a good movie, but it still doesn't beat Ultimatum for me. Wizard Forza is still
I
my
don't
favorite.
know if this is my new favorite, but it is definitely up there for crossover movies.
It beat Kamen Rider Decade All Riders vs. Die Shocker for me.
That's strong.
It is
to say.
It is
a really good movie.
It is now my all-time favorite Kamen Rider crossover film, and it kind of sucks because, like, it had such a good plot, and now it's the last one.
Yeah.
Like, we're never gonna, like, we're not.
It left on a good note.
It left on a good note. It's like, no matter. Think of it this way. I think it's meant to represent that no matter what, the Kamen Riders will always come back, whether how big or small the threat is.
Except Philip.
What happened to him?
No,
His
Masaki
actor's too old.
Masaki Suda went the way of Takeru Sato. He's too big for his britches now.
Oh, he just doesn't want to do it because he says he's too good for Kamen Rider?
I don't know if that's what he says, but he's busy with
too
other
old.
things now.
yeah, because
It's more of a too old thing because Philip was a young character.
He was like 16.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe,
And he was like the immortal son of Google.
Emily, what'd you think of the movie?
I thought it was actually really neat. Even the stuff I didn't understand as much because I haven't seen the shows yet.
Yeah, because
It
you
makes
were you were watching from the perspective of someone who didn't have all the context.
It makes me feel like watching the other shows, which
And that's the sign of a good movie, where even if you have no idea what's going on, it makes you want to know.
I really like Daichi.
He's real good. I think you'll like him.
I like he told me he wants to help everyone, and I really like that story.
Yep.
I think that the action was really good, and I agree with Lane that by the end battle, like, every screenshot was a wallpaper.
Right?
There were some great, like, slow-mo shots that, like, they were corny, but that's the point. It's supposed to be, like, a cool action movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the
It's a
idea of the
theatrical movie.
parallel universes actually playing a part in it was really neat. I hope that comes back later.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
like that is definitely a neat concept. It's like there are more parallel worlds.
Decade fucking confirmed that.
Prove that.
Right? I like how this further establishes that everything up to X8 has been in the same world.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, with Shinosuke, just Eiji, put your diaper up. Yeah, pissed on me.
I got my own issue to worry about.
I'm sad Drive wasn't in this movie, but I understand.
It just
Meanwhile, Wizard was
He
busy.
was in the last crossover.
Honestly,
so...
Meanwhile, Wizard was busy hitting the gym.
honestly, 6 riders.
Or I
is
guess
good
you
enough.
could say hitting the guy.
Mhm.
6 riders is good enough.
Yeah.
I feel like we were at capacity.
No,
if we had any more, it would have been a clusterfuck.
You know what? Scratch that. 4 riders is good. Think of it, because it's an Heisei Build crossover.
Yeah.
You gotta have those 2. The other 4 are like just the bonuses.
Yeah.
Alright, Chi, take us out.
So, everyone, it's good to be back. I missed you guys so much
Yeah.
last week, but while I was having fun in sunny Blue Mountain. So, as usual, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. It is my birthday, but all I want is more subscribers and more fans of Castranger. So, if you feel like doing something nice, you can help us get more fans so we can have more friends to share this awesome fun time with.
Comments for Lane.
Hashtag comments for
I'm
Lane.
hungry.
Hashtag support us on Patreon so
But
that
we have
we
the
can
rest-
get the 5th year anniversary.
We have the rest of my birthday pizza in the next room, though.
Go check out Ultranger while you're at it.
Yeah, we've been
very consistent with our episodes.
Yeah,
It's scary
Hooray.
bar.
I've
It's
finally.
past midnight, so I can eat whatever I want.
I've been editing episodes with my eyes wide open in surprise.
I am glad that Ultra Rangers now finally have a consistent release schedule.
Yeah, we've been having a lot more fun doing the show lately.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, as usual, castranger.podbean.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our merchandise. You can find the link on the Podbean website.
And Kamen Rider Build is currently not legally available on Crunchyroll. But it should be.
Because we mentioned how the shows,
I figured.
the Ultraman shows that we watch are legally available on Crunchyroll.
Yeah. We're legit on our show.
Yeah, we're
relentless.
We're religious.
yeah, we're religious. We're legit.
We pray to our god, Dan Krotoshin.
I was listening to an episode of Castranger when Gar was trying to say primal, but he said criminal.
Smooth criminal.
Optimus Priminal. We said Optimus Prime and I was Optimus Primal and I'm like, oh, I should have said Optimus Priminal. It would have been great.
You said smooth criminal. You said
Smooth criminal.
Optimus criminal, and my first thought was, I'm feeling like a criminal.
Oh no, nothing will beat just me saying just confirmation. Raven's like, Dar, you mean confirmation? It's like,
Welcome to the joke.
Oh, early Gar. You're adorable.
Garly.
You just loved everything and then nowadays
Now you're a bitter old bastard.
Yeah, now you're like, I want Toku to be like the way I used to like
Are you
it.
sure you're not the one who's 30?
Alright.
back in my
Grab the
day.
Gar!
Fancy gimmicks and damn kids in your music.
Anyways, we'll see y'all next week, people. Have a good one.
Yay!
Thank you for listening.
Radio Sentai Castranger is brought to you by our generous patrons, Oliver Nilsson, and viewers like you.